What's the worst way someone's taken advantage of your disability? This new girl found out I had PTSD and decided to use it against me. I'm from a war-torn country. When I was 10, I'd wake up to explosions and gunfire. I lost friends, neighbors, even my middle school crush. I remember one night, just people screaming, save me, and complete chaos. My dad picked me up and told me to close my eyes. I asked about my mom and sister. He just whispered, they're still sleeping. I didn't understand what he meant then. They didn't survive. We fled to America hoping for peace, but the trauma came with us. My school community really did try their best. Loud sounds triggered me, especially fireworks. One moment I'd hear a pop, and the next I'd be curled up in a ball on the floor. Then this new girl, Chloe, transferred in. She decided I was just faking. She said I was too young to have PTSD, so she decided to test me. She'd clap right behind my back in the hall. One time, I dropped to the floor trembling, and some people actually laughed. During assemblies, she'd crack her knuckles right behind me just to watch me crawl under the bleachers. In chem class, she'd accidentally drop these heavy books right next to my desk, which would leave my hands too shaky to even write. One time, she even followed me home. When I was halfway down my street, she screamed. It was the same pitch as the cries from that night. I sprinted home, fumbled with my keys, and locked myself in the bathroom just trying to breathe. But her worst trick was this app she had that played gunfire sounds. She'd hide her phone in her backpack and time the shots to go off right when I walked by. I'd hit the floor, terrified, while she'd just stand there looking concerned like everybody else. After graduation, I thought all that was finally behind me. 4 years passed. I'd had therapy, developed better coping skills, and the flashbacks were happening less and less. Then I saw her working at a cafe. She still had that same smirk. I said hi, tried to be polite, and ordered a matcha latte. She asked if I wanted anything else, but never asked for my name. That was the first red flag. As I was waiting, I heard it. Save me! Save me! I've got an order for save me! A matcha latte! My vision started to blur. Suddenly, I was 10 years old again, surrounded by smoke and screams. I collapsed right there in the middle of the cafe. Someone called 911. The paramedics kept me under observation for 3 hours until my heart rate finally stabilized. 3 hours of just sterile walls and memories I thought I had buried. But when they finally let me go, I didn't feel afraid. I was just filled with rage. The next morning, I went back to the cafe. The manager, Ms. Evans, had already pulled the security footage. I'm so sorry, she started to say, but I cut her off. Just watch. Together, we watched Chloe take my order, grin, write something on the cup, and then wait until the cafe was packed before she yelled it out. We watched my body just crumple like a piece of paper. She's fired, Ms. Evans said. I want to be there when you do it, I replied. She just nodded. Chloe walked in for her shift, acting like nothing had happened. When she saw me sitting in the office with Ms. Evans, that smirk of hers finally faltered. What's this all about? She asked. You're terminated, Ms. Evans said, flat out. What you did yesterday was targeted harassment. Security will escort you. Chloe actually tried to sue me after. She said I'd ruined her career. She hasn't been able to get a job since. Last I heard, she's homeless. She can scream, save me all she wants now. I'd watch her sink before I'd ever lift a finger to help.